give up. I know when things aren't gonna happen. I've been fishing for a while now, but without a bite, not even a nibble. So, if there's no takers, I'm out of here. So guys, just out on the trails today for a quick hike. We're gonna set up a trail camera. I'm gonna give you some updates. One of the updates is gonna be about a tool, and the other ones are gonna be about me. So you guys stick around. Let me tell you something. It's good to be back. I'm going through a little bit of trouble with just about everything lately. You know, I had to break down my car and all kinds of stuff. And anyway, all that's settled. You know, luckily I have an awesome brother that was willing to come pick me up and drive me to work every day. Otherwise, I would have been out of a job. But I hope you realize how much I appreciate that, bro. That was awesome of you. Thank you. And anyway, so here we are now. I do want to set up a trail cam. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put it. I'm thinking somewhere back here. And then I got a little update to talk to you about the Chance in Hell. We're going to talk about that, CRKT Chance in Hell. I've got an update for that. But I just noticed, with all that rain that we got yesterday, I believe we've got a nice little cluster of mushrooms popping up over there. So before we do anything, let's go check out the mushrooms. Look at these. Wow, those are cool looking. They're growing out of wood too. Some kind of cluster. Sorry guys, got the camera all set up. I'll turn it on before I leave. One time before I had a camera set up just over here behind you, and I caught a nice spike walking up, but he was really close, and he curved up this direction and he walked down here. And I also caught a doe poking around here one time before too. So I want to see if we can get this going again and get some more footage. I know I took some break off of putting up the trail cameras, but I'm going to start doing it again now and in winter time again. It's a lot of fun. I like doing it and seeing what you get. Unfortunately, this camera isn't too reliable. Sometimes I get some photos, pictures, but the files I can't use for whatever reason. But we'll see if we can get that sorted out. But the other camera I have, it's also another cheapie. That's part of the problem. Is it's not that sensitive. Like for some reason, it takes. The animal has to be in front of it for a while for it to actually turn on. I don't know why. This one's lightning quick. If I just go like this, boop, it tries to catch me. The other one, no, not so much. It's kind of slow. So anyway, I'm gonna set this guy up here. We'll see how it goes. See if it picks up anything. We'll come back in a week or two and see what the deal is. And that'll be that. Should be fun. Sorry about that. Sorry guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on this CRKT Chance in Hell, the Ken Onion design. Here, I'll give you a quick look at it first before we get into the talk. So I've had this for about a year, a little over a year now. I didn't do a review on it. But when I did a first impressions video, I think I went outside, we chopped some trees, did some whacking with it, all that kind of stuff. After using it, I did notice a couple of things. The handle I found sometimes could actually be a little slippy, so it's actually better to attach a lanyard to it, but one that you can slide your hand through and grab it. So in case it does start to slip off, your hand will catch into the rope and it'll stay there. It won't just swing around, because you don't want this hitting you. If you could imagine, if you had it around a lanyard around the end and it slipped out of your hand, where's it going, you know? So, anyway, I ended up putting a lanyard from here to here so I could slide my hand through the loop, and if it did slip out of my hand, it would always grab onto the rope, so it was okay. So I found the handle a little bit slippy, but the design of it actually gives you a chance to generate more power in your swing, which is pretty good. It was a little front heavy, so it really hit hard for something that was so light, because it really doesn't weigh that much. All that was great. You could strike a ferro rod with the back end of it. It was nice and flexible, like a machete should be, and it did the job that it was supposed to. Now, I've gone out of my way to be kind of nasty to this thing. I've chopped with it. I've batoned with it. I've beat things down with it, trying to open up things, and I've scraped wood with it. I even split wood with it on a winter overnighter with some beech. It was pretty hard. I did a bunch of stuff with it I probably shouldn't have, and it survived. But the last time I was out, I was shooting that video where I cooked the pork tenderloin, bushcraft pork tenderloin I believe it was called, and some updates. I did that video, and I was taking this guy and I was chopping up some dry seasoned hemlock, and I actually glanced off one of the knots that were in it, and I damaged the blade. I didn't chip it, but it bent it. It put a little wobble in it. I'll see if I can show it to you here. Might be a little hard to see, but let's see right here. I don't know if you could see that. You see that wobble? So that's coming in towards me. It's bent in towards me. I'm going to flip it around. I'll try to show you the other way, but you see that right here, right? See that? And here we are right here. So you can see it's got like a little wobble in it coming in towards me, towards you. So I brought it on home. I stuck it on my bench and I tried to sharpen it out. The wobble was a little bit too big, and it's not going to go anywhere. But it kind of sucks that happened, and I want to explain something to you. If this was a hardened blade or made with a steel that didn't have this kind of flex in it, if I would have hit that, there was a good chance and hit that piece of hemlock. Yes, it's soft wood, but those hemlock knots are super hard. It's like hitting a piece of glass. If you hit that thing with a hardened blade, it could have chipped that out. Now, I've actually chipped an axe on a piece of hemlock before, hitting the knots. So the fact that this only wobbled out is actually a pretty good thing. Now, I've heard people talk about how these things aren't that great. They chip, they damage, they break, whatever it is. From what I've put this thing through, I give it 2 thumbs up. Even with the wobble, I give it 2 thumbs up. Now, what would I do with this? What would I say? How am I going to deal with this this wobble? The simple way to put it is, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm going to keep on using it, and I don't really care if it's got a wobble on it, because the only thing I use this for is chopping, and that's it. Now, I'll show you. I'll give you a quick look at it. A quick 10 chop test I did with it just earlier. All right, got a nice piece of log right here. It's a little bit more than wrist size, probably somewhere around 3.5 inches round. So we're gonna give this a 10 chop test, see how she does. So let's get at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one was a glancer, but it is what it is. So here we go. This is really hard seasoned beech. I can't even put my fingernail into it. You can see how hard it is. I'm not even joking. See? It's hard stuff. Just to see how well it chops. And having that little wobble in the blade, I mean, I'm not doing fine cuts with this thing or anything like that. This is a chopper. It chops, and that's it. And I don't really care if it's got a little wobble in the blade. The fact that it's got a little wobble in the blade and not a chip means that I can keep on using this until the thing does break. And I don't think it will. I think it's going to keep on bending and warping until it doesn't work. Now, if you look here, the spine of this guy is still perfectly straight. There's no wobbles in the spine. Everything's nice and straight. It's just that little piece of the edge where it's really, really thin. Instead of chipping, it wobbled. Now, all that said, I basically just went and stuck this guy right back onto my diamond stone, a coarse diamond stone, and I got it good and sharp. And then I passed over a Arkansas on there and just gave it a good couple of wipes down with that, and got it right back to hair shaving sharp. It's not anymore because I've been beating the crap out of it today, but got this right back up to hair shaving sharp, and came back outside and started chopping some really hard season beach, no problem. And there you have it. Quick update on the CRKT Chance in Hell. Do I still recommend this to anybody who wants to find or wants to buy a budget chopper? I absolutely do. This guy is still pretty good, and I really can't say anything bad about it. Considering I've done some horrible things to this thing, and it's still around, and it's still chopping, and it's still able to take an edge, I can't complain. So there you have it, guys. The CRKT Chance in Hell. Quick update. It's not indestructible, but it'll handle pretty much anything you can throw at it. Worth every penny, if you ask me. Sorry, guys. Next weekend, I will be heading out on a road trip and to visit some family. And I'll see if I can get some of the footage of the way up there. A quick road trip. It'll be a short little video. It won't be one of those bushcraft videos or anything like that, but I'll see if I can post it up just so you can get an idea of the area we're going to be in. It's a kind of remote-ish, we'll call it, country, north, but I'll get some footage of the area, kind of give you an idea of why it's special, and then I'll be on my way home. I'll see if I can get that video up for you real quick. So I want to thank you guys for watching. So I hope you like the update, and I hope it doesn't change your mind about the Chance in Hell. I think it is a good tool, and still pretty sturdy considering the beating I've put on it. But that said, it's time for me to get out of here. So I'm going to fold this camera up. I'm going to find my trail again and head on home. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. You guys get out and explore, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.